with Jeff Prosky, Greg Yola on film, and tonight it's the area championship between the 11-0 Schulenburg Shorthorns and the 7-4 Salado Eagles. Jeff, it's another rainy type of night. Could be a little sloppy ball game this evening. We expect the teams to run the football.
Well, Salado especially. They've been known to run the football all year. They have two outstanding backs and two twins. Expect them to try to continue that. With the sloppy conditions, maybe they'll try to grind it down on the ground.
The Shorthorns, of course, no stranger to this. 3 years ago, they won a state championship. Follow that up with a back-to-back title. Last year, went deep into the regional round. And, of course, ranked number 1 this year, all year long, and are 11-0. Salado is 7-4, and they came out of a district where Rogers had 2 or 3 losses. And I think Somerville finished 3rd in their district with a 5-5 record. But you look at those records and you can really throw them out the window because this is mid-November. This is playoff time.
And Salado's been getting better every week. Their losses were early. They were early, and they've been getting better every week. A convincing win last week should put anything to doubt on their abilities.
If we look at the two offenses, we can tell you that the Schulenburg Shorthorns of course, will run the football, and they like to throw the football as well. Salado is predominantly a running type of team. That's something that they have done strong all season long, is run the football.
They come from a district where it's run. Right? They played the Thorndales in the early season. Thorndale was one of the teams to beat them early. Thorndale is a heck of a 1A team that more than likely, in my opinion, will win 1A state. So that's a good game for them to play up to. Whereas we played some of the 3As that are still in the in the hunt and so on like that. Anything can happen tonight, Kevin.
Well, it's going to be a good one. We expect the Salado Eagles to come out with a very strong running formation. Talked with our defensive coordinator, Coach Brad Oden, on the field earlier. He says they like to run the veer-off tackle. They like to bring it up the middle, and they should. Their offensive line, Jeff, is absolutely huge.
They're big, Kevin. They're big. There's no doubt about it. They're not quite as big as the Wheatley team we faced across the board. They have a 270-plus pound tackle again, which we don't know if he's going to be a good athlete yet. That big, you never know until you see him play how good of an athlete he's going to be. Is he a big boy or is he a big good boy? Across the board, they have another 240-pound tackle, but the middle of the line is about average size, 180, 200, somewhere in that area. Quickness is going to be a big factor. The condition of this field is going to be a big factor on whether these big guys can do a lot of pushing, or is it the quickness that's going to pay off.
The talk around Schulenburg this week, a lot of the talk of us was about sophomore. Derek Jackson touched the ball only 4 times last week, had 74 yards, including a touchdown run late in the ball game. The sophomore, along with the junior Todd Enders, did very, very well, and it was evident that Bradley Wright and David Raines were getting a little tired late in the ballgame. You expect that. It's good that Coach Hoosman can go deep into his bench and not lose a step.
Kevin, the scary thing about it is both those boys played, Anders didn't play on the JV. He was a spot starter in the varsity, but the leading JV ground gainer is going to play tonight possibly get some playing time, and he had more yards than Jackson did. That's another weapon we're going to have to worry about. I talked to Coach Hoosman, and he said the third series offensively, Jackson and Anders will get the plays, and every other series following that. So we're going to see a lot of action with those young men back there. Hopefully that'll keep them fresh in the backfield, and with that speed, Salado possibly lacks a little bit of speed, and that might be where we can hurt them if we can keep some pressure on them and break the big ones.
What about some of the keys to tonight's ball game? You visit with Coach David Hoosman every Friday before we come out to the ballpark. What is he looking at tonight? What are the keys to stop Salado?
Stop the run. Bottom line, first of all, stop the run. They're going to run. They're going to try to run. They're going to try to push you with the big line. You stop that, you're going to have to make them go out of their ordinary. They do run some trick plays. Hitch and pitch, he said, guaranteed at least once a game, more than likely. They're going to try to get some trickery in there. We have to neutralize the line. They're big, our offensive and defensive line. We've been doing good jobs in the past few weeks. We have to do it again tonight. Our defense has been a stellar performance every week in and week out. We have to count on that again. They're big and they're strong. They're going to mano and see if we can stop them.
We'll take a look at our starting lineups in just a moment, but first we're going to tell you about all the fine folks that are making this all possible here on Channel 16.
Fine sponsors include John, Sharon, and Brian Enders, supporting the Shorthorns. Fayette Savings, First Bank, The Flower Box, your Christmas store. Jerry's Phillips 66, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Majek. Pat Sweet Shop, Schulenburg Tires, Tom and Carla Romine and family, Gene and Dorothy Holoff. Prime Industries, Kenneth and Mary Jane Berger. Victoria Bank and Trust, Edward and Thelma Glass. Main Productions, Elaine, Otto, Aaron, and Christy Cutzion. James and Dolly Hatfield, Dennis, Agnes, and Dennis Urick, Stanley and Carolyn Segura, Wayne and Susan Segura Guzman, Larry, Marianne, and Beth Aiding, Joe, Janie, Joe Jr., and James Schromick, Bubba and Karen Dagan, Conley and Nancy Brown, Brendan and Amber, Pat and Cheyenne Christ, Dr. Michael Moore, Dennis, Kathy, and Katie Kleiber.
And we want to thank all these fine folks. We have a whole lot more sponsors to tell you about that make it possible for us to be here each and every week on Channel 16, Jeff. We're at week number 12. The Shorthorns continue to look outstanding on defense. The offense is just clicking on all cylinders. Is there anybody that can knock these Shorthorns off track?
Kevin, I think we have to play bad for that to happen. If we continue to improve week in and week out like we have been, it's going to be a tough task for somebody to come after us and knock us off. Too many weapons, too many people to look at, too many people to cover, too many people to neutralize on. We have to make mistakes and get down early, and then it could possibly be a good game.
What about with the rainy conditions? I was in Austin all day at the state volleyball tournament. It was absolutely miserable. Good thing they play volleyball indoors. It rained all afternoon, then driving out this evening from Austin here to Bastrop, it was raining. It's been raining all evening. As we look out on the field, we can still see a fine mist that is flowing. The field is wet. There's no doubt about it. What does that do to this ball game?
It helps the receivers, I think. And that's one area. They know where they're going. They make their cuts. They're possibly a little more sure-footed knowing where they're going, and the defensive backs might have to make that cut. And being that it's not raining real hard, it's a good chance you can keep the ball pretty dry and still suitable for throwing. If we were looking at a driving rain, which still could happen, don't get me wrong, that could put a damper on the throwing game. I think this weather, if it stays this condition, it won't have a lot of effect on our game. I think, them not throwing a whole lot might make a difference in them not being able to. They're left-handed, for one thing. The quarterback, the two running backs are all left-handed. So it's going to be a left-handed game. It's going to be a little unusual for us to play that way.
Taking a look at the starting lineups for the Schulenburg Shorthorns first. On the offensive side, or the defensive side, at defensive end, Eric Aiding, along with the safety, Steven Sarton. Halfback is Jamie Jackson. Linebacker, Barry Shepard. Nose guard, Ricky Hernandez. Defensive guard, Paco Valenzuela. Linebacker, Chad Gintert. Ryan Valenzuela is at tackle. Sam Brown at the left side tackle. Defensive end, Brad Mahicek will get a start and will play a lot this evening because of injuries. And the halfback is Stephen Adams. Offensively for the Horns, the quarterback is Steven Sarton. Running backs include David Raines and Bradley Wright. We expect to see Derek Jackson. We expect to see Todd Anders as well. The tight end is Kevin Mark. The flanker is Jamie Jackson. The regulators, the offensive line, our players of the week last week. Dustin Bozel is at center. The guards are Chris Urick and Donovan Kujay. The tackles, Greg Segura and Dan Dagan. Split end is Stephen Adams. And really no changes in the lineup. The only injuries for the Shorthorns, Bezetsny is still out.
He is still out. There's a possibility of him being back next week. If we're fortunate enough to get through this game, he'll expected to be released Monday and be able to play. Schromick, he had a cartilage separation in. He is suited up, and he is released, but only if they need him, they're going to play him. Possibly in the kicking game, they might be using him.
Yeah, I saw Jared on the field and asked him, and said, I feel a little better, but I don't know if I can go. Another one who will be in uniform that probably won't play, Aaron Strick with a quadricep muscle. He said he probably couldn't do the routes, and he was having trouble with that. Doesn't want to take a chance, especially on a slick field.
Exactly.
So just 12th week, and we're playing injury-free. Let's knock on wood, and that's a good sign.
Well, on the defensive side, the change we're making is with Eric Aiding and Brad Majek. They're going to be splitting some time at that defensive end. I talked to Coach Housman. He said that you're going to be looking at Majek, which is more than likely the better run defender, and Aiding will be playing more the possible passing downs because he's maybe a better cover man. So he's using his players to the most of their ability to get everything he can out of them. I think it's a good move.
What about the starting lineups for the Salado Eagles? They come in 7-4. They run the football, and we know why. They have a big line.
We'll start off with their offensive lineup. At the flanker, number 3, Jeremy Peoples. Split in, number 8, Sean Reichert. Quarterback, number 15, Shane Johnston, 155-pound senior. The running back, number 22, Jason Hosh, and his twin, number 34, Jeremy Hosh. The guard.
These two young men last week, Jeff, rushed each for over 150 yards each in their victory last week. That's the two you need to stop.
That's the bottom line. Stop the run. As we talked about earlier, the line which is going to anchor all this, number 55, the center, Brian Hill. Offensive tackle, center number 64, Marshall Adams. Tackle number 70, Gabe Soto. Number 77 guard, David Dunlap, and the big tackle number 79, Jerry Soto at 270 pounds, Kevin.
And he is not the fastest lineman. We don't know how quick he is. It looks like that he may have a little trouble later on in the ball game. We don't know. We'll have to see what transpires here as we get into the 36th, the 38th, the 40th minute of play.
Well, and to round out the offense, number 88's the tight end, a sophomore, 190-pound sophomore, Kurt Salisbury, number 88. Defensively, they stack up at tackle, number 11, Jesse Finger, 248-pound tackle. A good-sized tackle. Kind of reminds us of Mark Tidwell we were looking out there, but maybe a little heavier and probably not as agile as Mark was.
Kind of not as intimidating either.
No, not as intimidating. Same number, kind of reminded you of just a little bit. Number 22, the cornerback, Jason Hosh. Cornerback, number 24, Sean Easley. Safety, number 25, Lynn Gillespie. Linebacker, number 33, David Bierman. Defensive end, number 34, Jeremy Hush. The two Hush boys are playing both ways. Maybe that might make a difference later in the game if they're going to count them in the backfield. Linebacker, number 44, Rusty Wasick. Number 45, defensive end, Jerry Ratliff. 64, defensive tackle, another man going both ways, Marshall Adams. Nose tackle, number 72, Ryan Cooley. Not the normal nose tackle. The best we understood the last few minutes of the game last week, the starting nose tackle, which was a heck of an athlete, what we hear, broke his arm, unfortunately, and is not going to be able to play probably the rest of the season. The safety, number 81, Wesley Gleaser.
All right, that's a look at your starting lineups. I want to tell you that Schulenburg Shorthorn football brought to you every Tuesday night on Channel 16, in part by Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, J.O. Renner, 10th Frame Bowling Alley, Autobahn Travel Shop, IMCO, Ken and Sherry Banks owners. They're fine supporters of the Horns and Lady Horns. Krumchek Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Vernon and Fawn Zimmerman owners, Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, the Prosky families, along with Dan and Jill Tabor. Jeff, some more things that we can talk about in this pregame show, some more of the keys that the Horns will have to do to come out with a victory.
Well, like we talked about the running game, 22 and 34, the two twin running backs. Bottom line, stop them. Stop them. They basically run the veer up the middle, try to pop the big one with the big line. Every once in a while, try to kick it outside. Not blessed with a lot of speed, but hard runners, and you have to be a sure tackle with them. They will break it.
I understand that Coach David Hoosman puts in a few wrinkles every week just to have them in his arsenal. You'd imagine what it's like in week 12 of how big his playbook is. Something that they were working on, what we were told, is the middle screen to Jamie Jackson. We know what he can do on the slip screen. If you get Jamie Jackson or even Derek Jackson, Raines, Wright, whoever, you get them the football in the middle of the football field with the regular line, and as good as our downfield blocks are, you could see some explosion.
That could be something we see tonight. We haven't seen anything but the outside slip screen we play all year.
Split backfield, wide receiver to either side. Offense helps.
We'll bring it back there.
The right guard got a little anxious. So the penalty that Schulenburg gave them on the first play is now returned as they'll take it back 5 yards and brings up 2nd down and 9. So an eye for an eye, so to speak. We have 7:23 left in the first quarter. No score in Bastrop in the area championship between Schulenburg and Salado. Horns took the opening kickoff, drove it down to the 25-yard line, but were stopped on a 4th and 5. This is 2nd and 9 for the Eagles.
Up the middle, not much there. Eric Aiding, the first man to put a helmet on him.
We might have an offsides on Schulenburg, possibly. Drop the flag over there on the end.
Paco Valenzuela is also on that. Well, it is offsides against the Horns. That's the second time we've seen that in just 3 plays. So they will take the penalty and brings up second and 4. Teams are just trading procedure penalties here.
They gained some on that, let me tell you. Oh, he's going to move it back a little bit. They gained a yard or 2 on that without carrying the ball.
Looks like they marked it from the end of the play.
Yeah.
Second and 4 is what we'll call it. I formation. Pitch it outside Haas. Oh, Bozo roughed him up. Jenner finished him off. Ricky Hernandez is out there, and so is Brian Valenzuela. Adam Bozo got out there. Loss of yardage, and now it's 3rd down. And 5. Loss of a yard, 3rd and 5 now for Salado. Nothing that we don't expect to see. They keep the ball on the ground.
I'm surprised they're not running behind 79 yet. I'm anxious to see how it handles.
Split backs. That's the Haas brothers. Motion coming our side. Quarterback, left hand, wants to throw. It's incomplete. Bozo had the coverage along with Gennard, and now it's 4th down. Punt time for the Eagles, and once again, the flag attack defense holds their own.
They take away those penalties, you're looking at no gain, basically, Kevin. In fact, we've got a -1 I've got listed on my list. So, good series. Hopefully we can keep it up all night.
Back deep, Jamie Jackson. We were told Jamie has not been touched by the first man down on a punt this year.
That's not surprising at all.
Good snap. Horns are, well, that's going to be a short punt. Angled away from Jackson. It hits, takes a great Salado roll. Goes out about the 19, 18-yard line. They'll mark it.
That's a good punt.
18.5-yard line.
Good punt.
So the defense gets a big hand. The offense will go back on attack for the Schulenburg Shorthorns here on Channel 16. Punt officially 51 yards. Jeff, they kicked it away from Jackson.
I'd like to see us, Kevin, maybe put 2 people back there and split that field
How
up.
about the Jacksons?
Yeah, that's
Derek
fine.
and Jamie. Steven Sarton gives it to Bradley Wright. Big hole, Bradley, across the 20 to about the 22. Clearing something up, Derek and Jamie, half brothers.
They are, but yeah, we made that mistake last week and didn't even know they were relatives.
So we apologize. We'll clear that up this week. Bradley's good for 3. It's 2nd and 7. The clock is really rolling here. 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Split backs, Rains and Wright. Eric Aiding to our side at the split end. Sarton to throw. Caught. Jackson with a shake and bake to the 30, lunges forward. Again, he makes them miss, Jeff. That's a gain of 9 yards to about the 31, 32-yard line. And another Horn first down.
Well, Kevin, he does that. What makes it so amazing, he doesn't have to take a good hit that way. He just takes the glancing blows and gains a few more yards on the dial.
First and 10 Horns, 5 minutes left, first quarter, no score in Bastrop. Area championship ball game. 2 splits out here, that's Joseph Moore and Jamie Jackson. Starting to throw, has all day, flags are down, throws it, caught by Jackson at the 50, got it, missed the block, Moore. And we'll get knocked down at the 37, but hold it, flags are down.
We might have an offsides on Salado, possibly.
Let's see the indication. If it's good for a 31-yard pickup if it stands.
Yep.
But hold
Salado's
the phone.
backing up.
It's going to go against the Eagles. Mark it for a 31-yard pickup, Jeff. And another first down. If Moore gets his block, Jackson goes the distance.
A good tackle by the Salado man to break down and not. You know, the secret I've always heard is watch the hips. Don't watch the ball, watch the hips. If you tackle the hips, you're going to get the man.
The ball is at the 38. A 31-yard pickup.
Jackson's already got 44 yards in receptions already.
Sarton is throwing the ball excellent as the rain has appeared to stop here this evening. Another first down, and now flags go down. Somebody either moved or we had, well, it wouldn't be too much time call on that from that official. Somebody must have moved on the offensive line. Dead ball, legal procedure against the Shorthorns.
On that last pass to Jackson, he threaded the needle. Beautiful throw.
And he led him perfectly.
Yeah, he didn't have to stretch out. It was in the bread basket. Beautiful pass by Sarton.
First and 15 now for the Horns. Ball back at the 43. Pitch it to Todd Anders. Anders ahead to the original line of scrimmage. Well, Todd is into the ball game and picks up about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
Kevin, I'll take 5 every play.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Second down and 10 for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Starting to pass. On to Jackson at 30, 25, at the 20-yard line. Jamie Jackson again, Jeff. They thread the needle, this time for 15 yards.
18 yards. We're looking at 18, Kevin.
18 yards and a first down. You're so correct. How many first downs tonight? Already. Not keeping them. 6 first downs for the Horns. Not quite a penetration just outside the 20, but the Horns are driving for the 2nd consecutive offensive series. 3:10 left to go first quarter. The draw to right. Gets hit, slips the tackler, then we'll go forward for a gain of 1. Now we have the penetration inside the 20.
Ever so important in the playoffs, as Columbus found out last week.
That's right, Columbus won their ball game over Needville after being tied. They went in on penetration. 2nd and 9 from the 19 for the Horns. Split backs, that's Todd Anders and Bradley Wright. Little movement, nothing there. Starting to throw. Mark is wide open. Touchdown!
Touchdown! All right, on!
Kevin Mark, 19 yards, 6 on the board for the Horns. He was so wide open, Jeff.
It was scary,
It
Kevin.
was scary. And what was really scary, they had somebody on him from the start. He just gave him a little shake and bake, see you later.
He was 5 to 6 yards by himself. I think the defensive back bit the fake and was coming up to support the run, it looked to me.
2:28 left. First quarter, the Horns strike first. They lead 6-0.
It's good to get Mark started early.
Yes, sir. Goes for 19 yards and a touchdown. Good snap. Shepard's kick. Good. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left. First quarter. Shorthorns 7. Salado Eagles nothing on Channel 16. So the Horns have struck first with 2:28 left in the first quarter on the 19-yard touchdown pass from Stephen Sarton to Kevin Mark, wide open in the end zone. And the Horn defense will go back on attack. Jeff, if we get a football up here tonight, we're going to have to sign up one of those cheerleaders, put some pads on.
Well, I mean, if they got an arm like that, we can use that.
We are way high here in Bastrop. Want to thank the Bastrop ISD, Coach McCarthy, and all the fine folks here. Set us up. We had bowls of chili and cornbread waiting for us. And there's some, was it peach cobbler?
A little bit of everything. Texas meal up here. They're taking care of us. Very fine job.
It's fun to have the playoffs. Shepard's kick is the squibbler. And Salado will pick it up at the 25-yard line. At the 30, Hosh has a hole. Mark missed him. He's got some room. Adams all the way to the 50-yard line. Finally brings him down. Jeremy Hosh.
Well, when he picked up that ball, I said, oh, that's the running back. So I knew we were going to be in for just a regular return there.
Well, teams that have been scouting the Horns know that they probably won't kick it deep. So they can afford to put one of their good hands people with a lot of speed that knows how to carry the football midway through.
Hey, Kevin, being with them, not blessed with a lot of speed, I wouldn't mind seeing us kick it deep and maybe get a little better coverage down there.
You may see it later in this ball game. Ball at midfield. Excellent position for Salado. Their second offensive series.
We just have to cut down on our mistakes.
Johnson hands it off to Haas. He's got 5, 6, 7 yards. Brought down by Gintert, Bozel, and Sarton. Not before Haas takes it for 7 to the Shorthorn. 43.
Behind number 79 right there. I was anxious to see how that was going to turn out. Look to go behind him a little more, possibly.
Jerry Soto, number 79, the offensive tackle. It weighs in at 270. 2nd and 3. Second man through. Stood up. Does not have enough for the first down. The black attack.
Close. I think he's got it.
Boy, they gave him a good forward progress.
He's just about to touch the 40. I think they're going to give it to him without even a measurement. Oh, yeah. I would. I wouldn't waste the time with a measurement.
Going to be awfully close.
Oh,
They're going to bring the chains out.
Waste of time.
He's got the first down.
By the length of the ball.
Officials will call a timeout with 1:41 left in the first quarter. And the Shorthorns leading 7-0.
I guess our angle up here gives us a benefit. So, being that it's an important game, why not? Let's take every precaution. We don't want to make it. Yeah, see by the length of the ball.
Length of the football. First down and 10 for Salado. And that is
That's going to be their bread and butter right there.
That's their initial first down of the night. That's their first one.
First down and 10, Eagles.
First and 10, Salado quickly to the line. Clock rolls, the minute 25 left. First quarter. Strong right formation, double tight. They run that side. Mychek slowed him up, and then Jackson will help finish him off along with Starton.
Excellent pursuit by the defensive backs up there, able to come up and support the line.
Mychek playing the defensive end on the left side this evening. Got out there, slowed the man up, and then the secondary finished him off. A gain of 2.5. Second and 8. Salado again with a strong right formation. This time they go to the weak side. Shepard wraps him up. They're lining Soto up as a tight end, Jeff, and they'll run a double tight on the right side.
Probably tackle over what they're trying to do sometimes to get a little more bulk on that line.
Third down now and 4 with just 15 seconds left in the first quarter. This could be the final play of our initial quarter.
I don't think they had a lot of success outside, so I look for them to stay inside. They've had some pretty good success there.
Strong right formation again. Eagles run the option. Johnson is met and he's dropped. A gain of about 2. Paco Valenzuela, Ricky Hernandez, and Chad Gintert. As the time clock shows, all the time has expired here in the first quarter. They will mark the football, stick the chain, show that it is 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Schulenburg leads Salado by a score of 7-0. At the end of 1, Shorthorn football is brought to you by Baumgart Matula, Bruce and Cindy Bozel, 3D Belt Company, Charles and Gail Bow, Oakwood Smokehouse Restaurant, Tom and Dolores Sanders, Gallup Supermarket, Leo's Stop and Shop, Leo's Sheer Genius and Upstairs at the Downstairs, The Record Rack, Barry and Melissa Shepard, Carrie and Lori Bauer, Gene Barber and Christine Gintert and Royce, and Jeanette Kujay. Jeff, first quarter, about what you expected?
I expected us to just to see how everything's going to roll the first quarter, see what they're made of, what are they going to come out in, are they going to do anything different than we expected. We're generally a slow starting team in the first quarter. Last week we were. As the game goes along, we seem to get a little stronger. Let's see if that holds true tonight. I think they're going to go for it. They don't have a lot to punt here. A lot of benefit on the punt here, but I don't see number 22 in the backfield. Maybe they will try to pin Schulenburg deep. It's a long two, a fourth and a long two.
It is a long two.
They are going for
They
it.
will
Okay.
go for it. Fourth and a long two for the Salado Eagles. Strong right. Up the middle.
He got it.
He's met. He's got the first down. That's 34, Jeremy Hosh. A gain of 4 and an Eagle first down.
I think they're just lining up and saying, hey, this is what we're going to do, Kevin. You got to stop us.
We just started the second quarter. The Horns lead 7-0 over Salado. But the Eagles are driving the football. They're at Shorthorns 28. Another first down for Salado. Second man through, Haas. Not much there.
He's getting a lot on just a surge, leaning forward and getting 1 or 2 yards on a surge, Kevin. We're going to have to do some penetration low and get in the backfield.
That was number 33, David Berriman, on the carry. Salado's numbers are hard to distinguish.
They're getting muddy already, and it's making it a little worse.
Yeah. And we're way up here in the press box, which is a long way away from the field. I formation. Berriman and Hosh in the backfield. Berriman. Shepard wrapped him up. Not much. Across the 25, maybe the 24.
A long one. It's going to be a 7. Long 6, short 7. Big play again here.
Well, they're in 4 down territory.
You're looking at 4 down territory inside the 25.
Third down and about 7.
Maybe they're going to be content with the 3 and 4 yard gains.
Outside Hosh. It's
Good. Sam Brown.
Big Sam Brown.
That's what we're talking about, Kevin, that penetration. You got to get low and get in the backfield, disrupt that. They're not running deep wide. They're running parallel to the line trying to get deep, and if we can get a little penetration, it can get tough.
When 72 Sam Brown penetrates, he's going to cause a lot of confusion. And that's exactly what he did. Timeout on the field, 4th and long for Salado. 10:08 left first half. Horns 7, Eagles nothing. So the timeout as Coach Dan Wasick finishes his timeout with the Salado Eagles. Coach Brad Oden, defensive coordinator, has his time to visit with the black attack. It's 4th and 8.
Watch number 3. He's their favorite receiver on the far sideline. That possibility to go to him.
Tight end to either side. Motion. Johnson a pass. We'll throw it. Incomplete.
All right, that'll work.
Sam again made the penetration. Mind check. And Shepard with the coverage. Black attack doing their job.
That pressure is going to be the story, Kevin. If we can keep pressure on this quarterback when he is not used to throwing, that's what we're going to have to do all night.
Once again, the big D coming through.
Well, number 3 is their main receiver. They tried to bring him inside to draw attention on the drag across the middle and try to slip it back out of the backfield. Schulenburg was wise enough to stay on their keys and stay with their backs.
Horns have it 1st and 10. Derek Jackson was into the game and now is out. We've got Anders and Wright. Wright looking with the outside. Blocked by Jackson. Bradley has about 10, 12 yards on the play. David Raines is kneeling on the
It
sideline.
looks like possibly a hip one or something, Kevin. He's got some ice inside his hip pad, so maybe a short night for Raines. Let's hope it's nothing major.
The trainers were looking at him earlier. So he is not in at this time. It's Anders is in there.
Did you see the blocking on the right side of the line there? It was like a wall.
Yeah. And then when you get Jackson, Jamie Jackson to give you a downfield block.
It doesn't look like they're going to try to give us anything big. They're pretty sure tacklers.
7th first down for the Horns. This is Anders. Anders, nice cut. Oh, he just got wrapped up. He
Well,
had
one
a lot of
step.
daylight.
One step from a big gain. Still a nice 7 or 8 yard gain. Kevin, you can take that every time.
On first down, you will.
We'll give him 8 on that. A nice run.
Number 79, Jerry Soto.
2nd and 2. 9:10 left to go in the ball in the first half. Horns 7, Salado Eagles nothing.
On the Shorthorn 46-yard line.
2nd and 2 ball is at the 45 Call it the 46. We need the 48. Jamie Jackson far left. Joseph Moore here to our side. The draw to right. He's got all kinds of running room. Cuts it back. Bradley Wright fumbles the football. Jamie picked it up, and the flag is down. Jamie Action Jackson takes it in for 6.
That wasn't a flag. That was a throw marker for the fumble.
Check. Was that okay? That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown, Horns. Put it on the board.
When it goes your way, Kevin, it goes your way.
Hey, when the sun is shining on you, you gotta love it.
And the rain quit, so maybe the sun is shining on the Schulenburg Shorthorns.
Well, you give right from the 46 to the 30, which is
16 yards.
24 yards.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then Jackson 30 yards on the recovery. 54 yards total on the play. And the Horns lead 13-0. Shepard will try to kick the extra point with 8:40 left to go in the first half.
Could you have asked for a prettier bounce?
Oh man, it was a perfect bounce. Defense jumped.
Nose guard come across, hit the center.
He didn't hit him very hard.
No, he just tapped it, but enough to get the flag.
Well, you know,
they're calling on them.
you look at the.
How do you call legal procedure on the defense? Isn't it more of an offsides? I mean, it's just
probably. You look at
encroachment is the word, isn't it?
Salado, and they're going, hey, we're in this thing.
We had a good drive.
And Schulenburg fumbles, but yet they can pick it up and return it themselves in for the touchdown. And you're across the way, and you're going, my gosh, how do you beat things like that?
Well, fortunately, none of our games have been decided by something like that, and we haven't had many breaks like that, Kevin. You think about it in the past games. We haven't had any things go our way. So maybe it's time we'll get a little bit of that.
Shepard's kick is good. 8:40 left. First half. Horns 14. Eagles nothing. On Channel 16. How about those regulators? Dustin Bozo, the center. Chris Shurk and Donovan Kujay, the guards. Greg Segura and Dan Dagan, the tackles. Tight end Kevin Mark and Jeff, the regular offensive line, are having a field day down in the slop.
Kevin, on some of these plays here, it's 6-7 yards before anybody even touches our backs. Our speed outside is telling a lot, and then when they're trying to stop that, we pop that draw right in the middle and gain it right there. So where do you key?
So Shepard will kick it off. Yeah, who do you key on? The Horns lead at 14-0 with 8:40 left in the first half.
I sure want to see him kick it deep. There we go. Bounce. That'll work.
Bounce, fumbled. Fumbled around, still fumbled. They'll pick it up. And it's met right there.
That beats that 50-yard line every time.
Ball was returned by Jason Haas. Derek Jackson in on that tackle along with Romine. So Derek out there playing some defense.
Don't be too surprised to see him in the backfield the next series.
Majicek also in on the play. Salado first and 10, 23-yard line. Schulenburg up 14-0 with 8:33 left first half. Motion our side. Salado, quarterback fell down, but he was able to hand off the football to Haas.
Disrupted the play enough for Schulenburg to recover. You know, a lot of times, Kevin, those broken plays end up gaining more than the regular plays because it throws everybody off.
Yeah, you kind of relax just a little bit.
And Brian Valenzuela on the play.
That back's already got 8 carries already, 15 yards only though. Less than 2 yards a pop. We'll take that average every day.
It is second down and 8. Motion our side. Again to Haas. Sam Brown, Chad Ginnert, not going to get you anywhere.
Not a lot of room in there. They're working this poor boy to death already.
9 carries, about 18 yards maybe.
9 carries, 16 yards. You know, they're talked about last week, as you mentioned in the pregame, both backs had 150 yards. Well, they're not splitting up the carries. They're trying to reserve one to give him a little break and maybe give him some action later on.
If you break too much, you're playing hoops tomorrow. You got to get after it one way or the other. You're down 14 points.
Maybe he's the better blocker, 34. He's the bigger of the two.
Johnson to pass, throws it, and it's incomplete. Brian Valenzuela got in his face.
We're getting them out of their game plan, Kevin. They're not used to throwing, and you know, we're getting them out of their norm.
Coach Oden, Brad Oden, told me during pregame out on the field, he says, hey, we want them to throw the football.
Exactly. They're not used to doing that, and you want somebody to do what they're not comfortable with.
7:14 left here in the half, and Salado will punt it away, and Jackson is back deep alone by himself. Horns are up 14-0. Almost blocked by Chad Gintert. It's a punt that will take a bounce and then knock down the 48. Chad almost blocked it.
Boy, look, just inches it looked like. Look for us to go after some more, possibly.
Hats off again to the black attack. That defense, Aiding and Sarton, Jackson, Shepard, Hernandez, Valenzuela, Gintert, Brian Valenzuela, Sam Brown, Brad Mychek, Steven Adams, Eric Aiding, they're all doing a super job.
Kevin, I can't say enough about this crowd. This is a great crowd again every week.
And they're enthusiastic. They're not waiting for things to happen. They're really into it from play number one. Sarton wants to pass, has the pressure, gets away, and we'll run it, and we'll get it across the 46-yard line. Gain of 2.
Give him a long 2, 3.
Jeremy Hodge on the tackle for Salado.
Second down coming for the Horns. Second and about 8.
Second down and 7, Schulenburg.
Eric Aiding in with a play. Derek Jackson in the ball game, along with Todd Anders. So here's the combination we saw late in last week's game that was outstanding. Derek gets the football. Here he goes to 40, 35, 30, cut to 20, 15, 10. Oh, you gotta love this man.
Kevin, speed, and more speed.
I'm gonna tell you what, where he left off last week, he picked up tonight.
Picked right back up. Beautiful run.
It goes from the 45 down to the 8. It's good.
37 whole yards.
37 yards on the carry for the young man. My goodness. Jackson,
He just broke away. Boom, it was there.
Jackson and Anders stay in the backfield. Sarton gives it to Todd. Todd cuts it back. Oh, he tripped over his lineman.
Good tackle by he got sandwiched by number 11. He got a low hit and just didn't get up and over him. They're not going after us man on, head up. They're trying to cut our feet out from under us. What the moves that the Jackson and them have back there, that's not going to last.
Gain of 4 to the 4. Second and goal from that point. 5:40 left first half. Horns trying to open the coffin here. They lead 14-0. Looking for more are the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Jackson and Anders, the two setbacks. They'll give it to Derek.
We got a little motion possibly.
We had movement on both sides of the football, I believe.
Schulenburg is clapping though.
I think their nose guard jumped.
Maybe so. He's not used to playing, Kevin. As we talked about earlier, the starting nose guard broke his arm last week, and you have somebody new in there. He's not used to seeing that snap.
That's right. It's offsides. Give us 2 yards, half the distance, and still second down. You're at point-blank range are the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Second and goal from the 2. Jackson and Anders, the setbacks. Aiding to the left. Jamie Jackson out here to the right. Sarton with a sneak. He lunges, he scores behind the regulators.
Easily.
Touchdown, Steven Sarton.
Pretty easily, Kevin. Look, they just kept pushing.
Oh, it's all Horns now. With 5:05 left in the first half, it's now 20-0 Schulenburg. And the big play was by Derek Jackson, a 37-yard carry to the 8. Anders took it to the 4. Penalty took it to the 2. And Sarton takes it in for 6. Shepard will be on to try his 3rd extra point of the night. He is 2 for 2. With 5:05 left in the first half, Horns 20-0 lead. is looking to be extended by Barry Shepard. The snap is down, the kick is up, the kick is good. It's all good, it's all horns, it's 21-0. First half, 5:05 left. Schulenburg leads Salado on Channel 16. Schulenburg Shorthorns lead at 21-0.
Kevin, what's scary, you know, all these fans are from the other towns are watching this game, and they're looking at that program and say, number 9, sophomore? Oh, Lord, we got 2 more years of this coming.
Well, the whole backfield will be back next year, with the exception of Sarton. But you got Raines and Wright and Anders and Derek Jackson, Jamie Jackson, you know. We still have a lot of fun to be had in this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Horns looking good here. 21-0, they lead Salado with 5:05 left. First half. Shepard's kick, a knuckleball, bounces. They'll take it on the run. It's Haas. 20, 25. Roman! Tyson Roman! Number 44 with a big tackle. There's the traditional headbutt. I don't know if we got last week. Tyson and Sam did a headbutt, and Tyson got knocked on the ground. Sam was that pumped up about Tyson's tackle.
That's what you want, though. You want to see that, a lot of emotion out there. Schulenburg plays with a lot of emotion.
Yeah, these kids love to play football.
And it shows, buddy.
5:01 left first half. I formation. Run off the right side, left side. Bozo wraps the man up, along with Gintert, Sarton.
Kevin, they've got to get out of this ordinary game. 21 points down at the first half. I can't see them getting back in this game with this game plan.
Second down and 7 for the Eagles.
Second down and 6 for Salado on the E32.
I formation look. Split out here to the left. Handed off, nothing there.
We lost the yard there.
Brian Valenzuela made it through there, along with Sam and Chad Gintert.
They got a whole different set of backs back there. Number 44 and 33. The 2 twins are sitting this one out, Kevin.
33 is David Behrman. 44 is Rusty Wasick. It's 3rd and 7.
Don't
You know,
understand
if
that.
Schulenburg holds here, they have plenty of time to tack 7 more on the board before the half.
And do you think they're going to do anything? That hitch and pitch could happen now.
They need a spark. Hand it off.
Nothing.
Sam Brown!
Nothing. Another -1.
Sam Brown and Eric Ading. Nothing there. 4th down. What about the black attack?
33, number 33, he's got 4 carries for 1 yard, Kevin. What can you say?
Domination. Black attack.
That comes to mind.
We may go after this punt.
We got real close last time. Don't be surprised.
Good snap. Gintert almost got
again.
another one.
Boy,
It's a poor punt off the side of the foot.
he gained about 10 yards in that punt.
A 12-yard effort, and that's it. Again, Chad almost got
That
the
pressure
football.
is making him think.
How about this defense? You know, some of these underclassmen are sitting there just
Saying, pour it on. We want our
bouncing at
chance.
the chops going, hey, we're going to get some playing time tonight, coach. If this stays up.
They're loving it, too.
First and 10 Horns, 3:01 left in the first half.
That's what builds this program to what it is, Kevin.
Schulenburg leads 21-0. Yeah, you're playing 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 ball games a year. Starting out of the shotgun. A little high for Jackson, but then flags come down. We may have a holding.
Maybe.
Stephen Sargent's pass incomplete. Intended for Jamie Jackson. There is a penalty flag.
Holding against the Horns.
Would you take that if you were Salado? Give Schulenburg another play?
Yeah, because you're going to drive them 10 yards from the spot.
No, they're just calling it a 10-yard penalty.
From the line of scrimmage.
From
First
the line
and
of scrimmage,
20. Yeah, I don't know. With Schulenburg, that 20 could be 5. I mean, it just doesn't matter.
That's right.
The
You got to erase the play then. That's his first. That would have been his first incompletion.
Long yards has never bothered the Shorthorns.
No.
2:56 left first half. The clock is stopped. Shotgun. Take it to right. Screen to Jackson. Jiggin got out there, but Jamie's going to get stood up at the 50 and knocked out of bounds.
Not too many. Just good pursuit by Salado there.
I think they had that one diagrammed. They knew it was coming. It's a gain of 3. Well, the clock does stop with the out of bounds. Sarton still has not thrown an incompletion.
91 yards already. 7 attempts, 91 yards.
Sarton is 7 of 7 with 91 yards in the first half. Ball is at midfield. Second down, 17 for the Horns. 2:48 left in the half.
They're playing a different defense. They're only having one linebacker, and they're dropping a lot of people back.
Backside pressure. Oh, they pick up the block. There's Mark. It is incomplete.
Good
Nice
defensive play by the safety back there. Excellent play.
Wesley Glazier saved a big gain. There's your first incompletion. And it came in a great defensive effort.
It was a good throw. It wouldn't have been for the defensive man. It happened to be where he's at. That's a good big completion right there.
Clock is stopped with 2:41 left. First half. Joseph Moore in with the play. I think what we're seeing is Raines and Jackson. I should say, well, we're going to one back. That's right. I was wondering why we had too many running backs on the side, but we just have Wright. He's the only one because we're in shotgun. Sarton throwing it deep. Adams is there.
He got it! Beautiful catch! In traffic, Kevin.
What a catch by Steven Adams. What a throw by Steven Sarton. 42 yards.
Well, they're talking like, hey, did I run the wrong route or did you run the wrong route? We had 2 Shorthorns right in the area.
42 yards and a first down, another first down. That was on the money, and Adams just leaped up and took it away from the defensive man. First and goal. I told you it didn't take long for the Horns to strike.
No.
We knew that. Everyone else knows it.
But that's that extra play we were talking about, too.
Yes, sir. First and goal from the 8. Bradley Wright spinning across to about the 4-yard line.
Inside the 4. Close to the 3.
Plenty of time. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Don't be too surprised to see him setting it up that right sweep again because he's moving the ball to the left here. Don't be too surprised to see that. Give us a little more room on that field to stretch it out.
Anders and Wright are in the backfield. Jamie Jackson to our right. Joseph Moore to the far left. Mark, the tight end to the right.
Or maybe to Jackson in the corner here. No?
Todd Anders is hit in the backfield and is driven back for a loss of 3.
They were ready for that one.
Clock rolls, 1:25 left.
That's okay. We want it to roll. Let it go.
Now timeout call. Timeout on the field. Schulenburg leads it 21-0. With 1:20 left, and it's third down and goal from the 7. As we tell you every week, we've got some great sponsors who make this all possible, and Jeff's going to tell you about some of them right now.
John, Sharon, and Brian Anders. Support the Shorthorns. Fayette Savings. First Bank. The Flower Box. Your Christmas Store. Jerry's Phillips 66. Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Majchek. Pat's Sweet Shop. Schulenburg Tires. Tom and Carla Romine and family. Gene and Dorothy Holoff. Prime Industries. Kenneth and Mary Jane Berger. Victoria Bank and Trust. Edward Thelma Glass. Main Productions. Elaine, Otto, Aaron, and Christy Cutzian.
That's Aaron Neon Kutzian.
All right. James and Dolly Hatfield. Dennis, Agnes, and Dennis Urich. Stanley and Carolyn Segura. Wayne, Susan Segura Guzman. Larry, Marianne Beth Aiding. Joe, Janie, Joe Jr., and James Schromick. Bubba and Karen Dagan. Colin and Nancy Brown. Brendan and Amber.
Third down and 7 from the 7. Third and goal. Anders and Wright in the backfield. Jackson to the left. Adams here to the right. Here they come. Quick handoff, nothing there. They blitzed and they stood him up. Back to the 9, loss of 2. Well, do you take the sure-footed Barry Shepard? I think you do.
Get something out of this before halftime. Don't let them come up on a high and let them know they stopped us. He set it up for the middle of the field, so we're in good shape for the field goal.
Well, and you let the clock roll down to where it takes a huge play for them if you kick this one through. It's going to be a 25-yard effort.
Not much more than an extra point.
No. Straight in the middle of the box. Good snap. Kick is up. It's
No good. To the right.
Just missed it.
Looks like it took a little too long to get to the ball.
But it was to the right. 40 seconds left. Salado has another shot here with a 21-0 deficit staring them straight in the face.
Kevin, this is where I'm scared about the hitch and pitch. Some of these trick plays. They got a long way to go. 80 yards in 40 seconds.
And Salado gets the football back to start the second half. So
they're going to try to get any kind of momentum they can.
They've got to get some kind of momentum. We're in Bastrop. Kevin Fishbeck, Jeff Prosky, Greg Yola on film as always here on Channel 16. Proud to be covering the horns from the opening kickoff to the final gun.
And enjoying every minute of it.
You bet we are. There's a straight handoff, Jeff. Nothing fancy there. Well, maybe they're content. I don't know how you could be trailing 21-0. Try it at least.
3 yards on a quarterback sneak. Was it a bobble snap or was it just a design play?
Design. 20 seconds left.
They might just let it run out. They're in no hurry.
Johnson will bring the troops to the huddle.
I don't see a hitch and pitch in this kind of formation.
No. Posh. Outside, Jamie Jackson on his back. Knocks him out of bounds. That's the end of the first quarter. It's a gain.
18 yards.
18 yards.
By far the biggest gain.
But that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Schulenburg Shorthorns 21. Salado Eagles nothing on Channel 16. Stay tuned for halftime activities here from Bastrop.
So we're at the half of Schulenburg 21-0 lead over the Salado Eagles, and now back down to the field for the Schulenburg Shorthorn award-winning marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Schulenburg High School Band. The Schulenburg High School Band will be presenting its annual Christmas concert on December 13th in the theater starting at 7:30. The band will play a program that will include Christmas music, marches, and concert literature. Everyone is invited. Band member of the week is Crystal Derringer. And now we'll take this Chantel Perez, assistant drum major Chris Bonacek, and the award-winning Schulenburg High School Marching Band. very dear. Now, coming on to the field are the Schulenburg Shorthorns drill team.
I got all stuff.
While the band plays respect. The bells are under the field direction of junior captain Kirsten Anderson, sophomore first lieutenant Rachel Schuster, sophomore second lieutenant Elizabeth Wellborn. Members of the bells include sophomore Brooke Butcher, freshman Leanne Cardenas, freshman Molly Davila, sophomore Kathy Hohenhouse, sophomore Christy Kubeka, senior Laura Lychetsky, sophomore Judy Pavlicek, junior Christy Rayborn, junior Tori Shimmick, freshman Angie Barba, and sophomore Kristen Wachipka. The bells are under the direction of Miss Elizabeth Smith.
So we're at the half. Horns lead 21-0. Kevin Fishbeck on with Jeff Prosky. Jeff, take a look at the stats. Once again, the scoreboard.
Pretty lopsided. We'll start off with the rushing. Schulenburg, right big man, 11 carries, 77 yards. Anders, 4 carries, 14 yards. Derek Jackson, the one big carry, 37 yards. Jamie Jackson on the fumble carry for a touchdown, 30 yards and a touchdown. Sarton, 3 for 9 and a touchdown. Passing, Sarton, 8 for 9, 133 yards and a touchdown. Just a quick stat, Kevin. That was his 99th completion on 175 attempts. It brings him over 2,004 yards this season. Jackson, the main receiver, 5 catches, 65 yards. His 55th catch, 1,099. Look for him to go over 1,100 second half.
We've been told that Raines will not play anymore tonight.
Hip pointer?
Hip pointer.
Okay.
Bradley Wright has just carried, has 100 carries on the year now.
Okay.
A little over 650 yards.
Good average. Adams, 1 catch, 42 yards right before the end of the half. Rain, the 1 catch early for 7 yards. Mark, 1 for 19 and a big touchdown on that. On the other side of the ledger, we're looking at Jason Hosh, 11 carries, 37 yards, 18 on the last carry. Jeremy Hosh, twin brother, 1 carry for 4 yards. David Berneman, 4 carries for 1 yard. And Johnson, the quarterback, 2 for 5 yards. 0 for 3 in passing, a big stat. As always, kind of remind of the East Bernard game. No yards, 47 total yards for Salado, 300 for Schulenburg.
And we want to thank Coach Matt Garrett. Gave us some of these stats throughout the season.
Helps us out a general.
Coach Garrett, appreciate it. And as always at halftime, we like to talk about some of the other things going on at SHS.
Tuesday night, Luling came to Schulenburg to face the Lady Horns in their first basketball game. The halftime score, Schulenburg was ahead 32-23, ended up winning the game 68-47. Leading scorers, Melanie Orsock, 21, Christy Marks, 17, Brandy Bohach, 13, Sarah Prahota, 6, Jessica Damel, 6. Leading rebounders, Christy Mark, 12, Sarah Prahota, 8, Bree Holtz, 8, Melanie Orsock, 7, team total, 47 rebounds. I got a nice surprise. I had a good friend of mine, Wally Simpson, show up, class of 82, tried and true. Wally, what do you think about the first half?
Hey, man, it's great. I'd like to see some more of it in the second half.
Hopefully we'll get your wish. We're fixing to kick off the second half as we speak.
Another interesting stat, Jeff. Derek Jackson, he's carried the ball 5 times on the varsity level, 106 yards, 21 yards average for the sophomore.
What else can you say about that?
That's something else. We'll get this back to Coach Garrett pretty soon. Horns will kick it away to start the second half, leading at 21-0. Kevin Fishbeck, Jeff Prosky, Greg Yola on film as always here on Channel 16. And the Schulenburg Shorthorns are just 24 minutes away from heading on to the third round of the state high school football playoffs. Shepard will kick it away. We've seen the squib and we've seen 2 deep kicks. This one is going to be a deep kick. Away from them, and it goes into the end zone, and they'll start at the 20-yard line. Nice way to start it for the Schulenburg Shorthorn defense, as they will start at the 20-yard line. First down and 10, Salado Eagles. As we begin play here in the second half. Strong right formation. The man jumped. There they call the flag. Haas will go to the 25, but they're going to take it back 5 because the offense got just a little anxious. Changes, Jeff. Anything you foresee by either coach?
If you're Slater, you got to do something out of the ordinary. You got to start mixing it up, getting some. The passes they were trying were little short out patterns in the flats and so on. If you do complete them, you're not going to get a whole lot because you don't have the breakaway speed. You've got to start throwing downfield, but then you're susceptible to the interception. What do you do?
I think, as far as the Horns is concerned,
you don't change a thing.
And you can run outside.
You can run anywhere almost. They've been had a very
and
successful
throw.
first half. Yes, definitely.
First and 15 from the 15 for the Salado Eagles. They'll try to run wide. Black attack.
Not a thing.
Oh, what a job of that defense. Sam Brown.
A beautiful job of stringing the whole play out. Kevin just stringing out. Let those linebackers come back behind and make that tackle.
Paco Valenzuela, Barry Shepard is also there for the Horns.
One thing Coach Oden had mentioned to me before, when you see these linebackers making a lot of tackles, you got to thank those defensive tackles for keeping that tackle off the linebacker and the tight end where he has that ability to make the play. It's not a glory position, that tackle, but you're doing your job.
Second and 15 from the 15. Strong right, double tight. Outside Haas. Fights off one, then gets wrapped up at the 20. Sarton is there.
A good 5-yard gain there.
Paco was there as well. And Shorthorn slow to get up is Jamie Jackson. Now brings up third down and 10 from the 20.
You got to throw. You have to.
Greg Segura has just gone in defensively for Sam Brown.
Sam got a slight limp. Maybe he's all right.
And it's going to take a lot to keep him out of the ball game.
Tough customer there.
3rd and 10. Johnson back to pass. Throws it out. Intercepted by Adams at the 30. Up to the 27. Jeff, you just said it. You make them throw, they make a mistake. You couldn't have diagrammed that better yourself.
We were sitting back thinking, they haven't thrown successfully. Let them throw long. We're going to sit back. We have enough speed to get back even if they do fool us.
Salado makes a big mistake on their first possession after the black attack defense stuffed them on their first 2 plays. 1st and 10 Horns.
I just want to see us keep the intensity up. That makes the biggest difference to me, is seeing us, hey, look, we had this game in hand as it so seemed. We could let up. Let's don't, though.
Ball is at the 26. Sarton has
Good
everybody
play.
fooled. Throws it up. There's Jamie. Incomplete, but a flag will go down over here. We may have a pass interference.
Either a holding, possibly.
Sarton fooled everybody on the field.
Oh, the whole defensive line went down for the dive play. I don't know. You could even be looking at a pick play on the offense. There's a lot of possibilities on that flag.
Salado's backing up.
He's asking Schulenburg captain, though, so we probably got a holding or interference, one of the two.
You can only chuck 5 yards down the line, and that penalty flag is at the 14, which is some 11 yards down the field. They're going to mark off 10. It's a Shorthorn first down.
Which is good, because that keeps Sarton's passing percentages up. Wipes away that incompletion.
First half, what were his numbers again in the first half?
8 for 9, 133 yards. And a touchdown.
And a touchdown to Mark. Sarton to pass. Out of the reach of Joe Moore.
I was just about to say that the only incompletion was a good play by their defense on the safety to come across and knock that ball away from Mark, or he'd had a perfect first half.
2nd down.
Salado's trying to get tough inside the 20, Kevin. They looked pretty good last series, and holding true this half, it looks like, too.
Ball is at the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for the Horns. Anders and Wright. Draw. Bradley Wright. Big hole. Bradley at the 10. On up to the 4-yard line.
Should be a first down. Did he get inside the 5? Right at the 5, so it'll be a first down nonetheless. First down.
A gain of 11 for Bradley Wright.
That gets him up to 88 yards, 12 carries.
He's got a 6.5-yard average this year.
That's doing your job in the trenches.
Man alive. 1st and goal, Horns at the 5. 21-0, 9:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Horns lead. Pitch it. Bradley. Touchdown. Bradley Wright. Regulators provide the openings. And Wright hits pay dirt with 9:25 left. 27-0 Schulenburg. Barry Shepard on to try the add to the extra point. Schulenburg Shorthorns trying to move to 12-0 on the year. Face either Corn City or Refugio if they win this one. They're well on their way. There's a snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 9:25 left, 3rd quarter. All Horns, and it's all good for Schulenburg. They lead 28-0. Schulenburg Shorthorn football brought to you by Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, 10th Frame Bowling Alley, Audubon Travel Shop, IMCO, Comtech Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, and Dan and Jill Tabor. Horns 28, Salado Eagles nothing. In the 3rd quarter, 9:25 left in this 3rd quarter. Shepard will boom another one.
To the goal
At the goal line. 10, 15, straight up the field to the 20. 22-yard line, and it's Chad Gittert.
You know,
Tyson Romine.
we've had the fortunate, you know, we've had a good kicking game every week. When they have had good receivers back there, we've kicked it short and not let the big play happen. Now we notice, hey, they don't have the speed we've been facing week in and week out. Let's kick it deep. Make them make the big run. They're tough runners, but they're not breakaway runners.
First down and 10, Salado. They're in a world of trouble. They need to get something going their way now. We got an I formation. The receiver out here to the right and a wing back. Now they break the I. Pitch. Reverse. Horns. Hernandez slowed him up. Paco's there. Good block. He's got some room now. Myshek finally drags him down.
Hey, I'll take that. You get a trick play and only get 10 yards, look, hey, that's great. And we still almost had him in the backfield, Kevin.
That was Cody Hall.
What was his number?
Number 43. Mychek brought him down. 12-yard gain and a first down.
Right now they're looking for anything positive, Kevin. They have to be. You have to get something to get your team jump-started and say, hey, we got to get some momentum somehow.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Took a little long to develop, though. We almost snuffed it out. If we wouldn't have slipped in the backfield, I think we could have got to that play.
Split backs. Off tackle, not there. Maybe one. It's Barry Shepard and Eric Aiding on the tackle of Hosh. Check it. That's 33.
No gain again.
Burman.
That's his 5th carry for 1 yard, Kevin. What do you say about your line?
They're doing their job. They love what they do what they love to do. Smash mouth football, you're not going to get it by him.
Like I talked about, look, you're getting your linebacker to make that hit right where the tackle is. He's taking care of his man to keep him off the linebacker, and he's wide open. If your linebacker's making his stops and not missing his tackles, it's a successful time.
2nd and 10. Split backs, wing back to the right, double tight ends. Hand off Haas. Chad Ginnert. And now Bozel and Shepard.
I still don't see running up the gut. 2nd and 10, and you're down 28 points.
You got to start something going. You got to get it going some kind of way. 7:50 left to go. Third quarter. Horns 28. Salado Eagles nothing.
Salado third down and 6. Eagle 38.
In the playoffs, the Horns have given up only 6 points.
Boy, that's amazing.
That was on an opening drive last week
On a good run.
by Bowling, and then they were shut down. Salado just hasn't gotten their thing going. 3rd and 7. Quarterback to pass. Throws it across the middle. Incomplete.
Their passing game's just not there, Kevin. There's no passing game.
They can't get there. They just can't get there because the defense is getting in.
He didn't have a lot of time, for one thing, and we've got pretty good coverage back there, and Hernandez put the rush on him and made him throw over him. A good job by the defensive line again.
4th and a long way, and Salado is going to punt the football. Now remember, Chad Ginnert has been close twice on the block. And he almost got another one. Good punt. It'll take a good bounce and be knocked dead about the 34. Again, Chad Ginnert almost makes the block. Horns offense have the ball. How about this defense? What a job of the black attack defense.
Other than the reverse, they didn't get anything, really.
35-yard line, 1st and 10 Horns. 28-0 trying to turn out the lights.
We expected the trickery. We just didn't know when it was going to come.
1st and 10 Horns. Jackson and Ryder in the backfield. Sarton to pass across the middle. Adams is there at the caught. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Fumble the football. It's a race for it, and Salado's going to come up with it.
Just like a good punt, though, Kevin. You hate to see any turnovers, but it could have been worse. They could have got the ball and had a chance to advance it. How many yards you got to give them on the completion, though?
33 on the completion. Well, the defense go back to work.
If you got to look at any bright spot, that's Sarton's 100th completion of the year.
Out of how many attempts?
176.
That's unbelievable. So the Salado Eagles go back on defense, or back on offense. 7:01 left in the third. Little trickery, not much there. Horns defense all over that place. Sam Brown and Ricky Hernandez.
The only time they have been successful up the middle is when it's been a quick hitter. You're looking at a delay there. That just gives our defense that much longer to get into the backfield. The results show it right there.
Second down, 10.
That back is stuck on 1 yard, Kevin, and he can't get off it.
Second down and 10 for the Salado Eagles. Split back. Pitch it wide. Oh, there's Shepard flying through.
And then the rest of them.
Look at there. There's 9 Schulenburg Shorthorns around the football. This defense is making a statement, Jeff, again this week.
It's beautiful. It's poetry in motion, as they say.
This defense has been so consistent, it's scary what goes through Coach Brad Oden's mind to get these guys pumped up. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Just a bunch of good kids out there, Kevin. What can you say? You don't see any taunting. You don't see any mouthing out there. Just a bunch of good kids.
All the kids out there are great kids. There's no doubt about it. Third and long for Salado. They run on the hand. Sam Brown, see you later.
Minus how many again? Another 5-yard loss.
And listen to the crowd on this defensive stand. What a job by Sam Brown. And Paco finished him off.
Who was the ball carrier? Was it 22?
Number 3 was the ball carrier. That was Jeremy Peoples.
It was that wing back reverse they're trying to use out of it there.
Punter will stand in his own end zone. Jackson is about the 32. We should great field position. Here they come. Kidder almost blocked another one.
We are getting close. Every play, just a little closer.
Ball will hit and be knocked dead at the 41. That's 4 in a row that Chad's been right on.
We're going to get one tonight.
You know, Chad would grow his fingernails about an inch longer. He'd have one of those blocked.
I'm surprised it hadn't even just been a piece of one or something.
So the Horns offense goes back on attack with 4:59 left in the third, leading 28-0. Steven Sarton, the man under for the Horns. Jamie Jackson and Stephen Adams have come to our side.
Derek Jackson in the backfield this time.
Yeah, Derek and Bradley Wright. Remember, David Raines is out for the rest of the ball game. First and 10, Sarton to throw. Has time. Oh, there's Derek across the middle. He just out of his reach. Just out of the reach of Derek Jackson. I'd like to see him catch a football in the open field.
Exactly. Let him use those wiry legs of his and take it on in.
Second down and 10.
I like that idea of throwing out of the backfield, Kevin. I think that's a beautiful idea.
It's just another weapon.
We use our tight end. We use our wideouts. We throw to the backs occasionally.
One thing we haven't seen is the guard around or the tackle eligible. But who knows? It's probably in the arsenal.
You never know.
Second and 10, Horns at the 40. Pitch it. Here's Derek Jackson. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got 15, 20. He's driven down after 23 yards. Is that 2 carries? 2 carries tonight for 60 yards?
54 yards on 2 carries.
My goodness. Up to the 16-yard line. And there's another young man who we haven't seen yet, and that's Thomas Runnels.
Don't be surprised to see him in the second half later on here, too. He was itching. I heard him talking to Coach Hoosman today.
He's a freshman, and he did a world of good on the JV this year.
He led all JV rushes, including Jackson.
First and 10, Horns. Ball at the 17. Quick out to Jamie. He's hit it as he catches the football. He's down at the 10.
You know, we might have got a break there because if that boy had been looking for the ball, he had a possible interception.
And he could have turned it back the other way.
I don't think he would have ran all the way with Jackson behind him to catch him, but he could have at least had a turnover possibly.
Gain of 7. A gain of 6 to the 11. Second and 5 for the Horns. They're trying to turn them out here. They lead 28-0. Jackson and Wright in the backfield. Sarton will give it to Bradley Wright. He's got some room.
Ooh,
Boy, he got hit
took a
hard.
hit. Somebody
79, Soto.
Boy, he introduced himself there.
Check it, that was 33. Numbers are all. The shirts get dirty. That was 33, David Furman. Wow. Gain of 2.
He's up to 96 yards. He's knocking on that 100-yard door.
Ball is at the 9. We need the 7. 3rd down and 2. Starting in 4-down territory. Wright and Jackson. Stephen to throw. Oh, there's Dick. He's got. That's a great block. He runs it to his own man.
Boy, that was way.
And then a flag gets dropped right there. They may call Mark for maybe a push in the back, but the flag was late. I don't know. That's the hardest hit Derek Jackson's taken all year. And he was hit by his own man. If it's good for 7 yards.
And a first down.
And a first down. But if not, they're going to walk it off.
They're coming back. Clip?
Clip.
Ooh. Kind of questionable, was it? No.
I don't know. It's a 15-yard mark-off against the Horns, which in essence just gives them more room to work their offense.
Still 2 plays to get those 12 yards. It was a spot foul, so, you know, we did lose a lot, but it's still makeable by a long shot.
3rd down, 12. Ball is at the 18.
Don't be surprised if he'd go to that again.
Jamie Jackson to the left, Joseph Moore to the right. Kevin Moore at the tight end left.
Maybe a post pattern to Jackson.
Bradley Wright and Derek Jackson in the backfield. Rolling is starting. There's Mark! Wide open touchdown! He's holding that ball with 2 hands. That's 2 for the Hampton. Oh. He's cradled him like cement tonight. They just get to him and they stick. 2 touchdowns. 1 for 19. Now this one for 18.
There's only 2 thrown to him. Well, except for the one in the middle.
It's now 34-0, and we're looking ahead to Refugio or Karn City unless we see just a miraculous comeback.
35 points without a passing game.
Well, look at the Oilers.
Well, I don't think we're looking at the same team here.
Shepard's kick is no
good.
He missed it to the right. So with 2:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Schulenburg 34, Salado Eagles nothing. Shorthorns lead it 34-0 with 2:31 left, Jeff.
We got some sponsors we need to talk about. Pat and Sean Chris, Dr. Michael Moore, Dennis, Kathy, and Katie Clabber. Prime Ministries, Kenneth and Mary Jane Berger. Victoria Bank and Trust, Edward and Thelma Glass. Main Productions, Elaine, Otto, Aaron, and Christy Cutzion.
Aaron Neon Cutzion. You're giving me trouble on my nicknames tonight.
Oh, I've never heard some of these.
There's a long kickoff by Barry Shepard. Taking it to 5 by Hosh 10. 15-20. Cuts outside. He's got some room. 35. Still on his feet.
Good run back.
Nice return by Jason Hosh. Bozo with a tackle. 1st down and 10 for the Salado Eagles. Ball is at the 43.
We're going to see some changes, I believe, Kevin, in the lineup.
It won't be long. Second man through, not much there. Eric Aiding on the tackle. Ginnert, Shepard, they're all there.
A stellar job by that defensive line. He's got 15 carries for 40 yards, less than 3 yards an attempt.
Derek Jackson in. Adams is out. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for the Salado Eagles. Little misdirection. Shepard.
No gain.
Not much
we'll
there.
Give him one. We'll give him one.
Sam Brown is there. My check.
along with Ricky Hernandez.
Number 33 finally got off that one. He got 2 yards finally now. 7 carries for 2 yards. He had 1 yard for the past 4 carries.
3rd down and 7. Minute 20 left to go in the third quarter.
The defensive line is just keying on in the middle there, and nobody's getting any yards in the middle.
It's hard to do that against the black attack defense. They're so tough. 3rd and long for Salado, I formation. Johnson to pass. Man is wide open, caught. The 40, and then knocked out of bounds by Joseph Moore at the 36.
A good hit by Joseph Moore.
Not before they pick up 19 and a 1st down.
First completion of the game.
That pass was complete to Tony Mashburn. First and 10, Salado. Clock is stopped at 58 seconds left. Pitch it outside. They can't, oh, they do it. Haas slips a tackle, and it's finally driven out of bounds by Joseph Moore. I think Sam Brown just leveled the quarterback after that pitch.
Number 15 is taking his lumps tonight, I guarantee you that.
And their passing patterns, they haven't really set up because they haven't been able to. Just a real short drop and throw. They're going just quick hitters when they do throw. Gain of 7 at 2nd and 3. 51 seconds left in the third quarter.
Kevin, we really lucked out with this weather. Boy, just a game time and laid off, and it's been a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, wind blows. It's real nice. Haas, close to the 1st down.
They are working this boy to death.
He has been running the football a lot tonight.
17 carries already. He's getting a breather.
Clock is stopped so they can measure.
Should be a... He's calling it 3rd down?
3rd down. They won't even measure.
The 1st down already, so a 4-yard carry. I can give it a 2-yard carry.
Clock is running at 35 seconds left for the Salado Eagles here in the third quarter. Quarterback sneak. Johnson has it. Quick quarterback sneak. 1st down, gain of 3.
Johnson, the quarterback on that carry.
Clock will roll with inside of 20 seconds left in the third. You know, down 34 points with just 12 minutes of football left. You think, you know, Schulenburg's well in control, which they have been. If Salado, you know, hey, let's get it close. Let's get it respectable. Let's see what we can do to put some points on the board. They're not going to do it in the third quarter. Final 12 minutes coming up. Shorthorns, 34. Salado Eagles, nothing.
This is James and Dolly Hatfield, Dennis, Agnes, and Dennis Urich, Stanley and Carolyn Segura, Wayne and Susan Segura Guzman, Larry, Mary Ann, and Beth Aiding, Joe, Janie, Joe Jr. and James Schromick, Bubba and Karen Dagan, Connolly and Nancy Brown, Brendan and Amber, Joe, Sharon, and Bradley Chernishek, John, Sharon, and Brian Anders. Support the Shorthorns. Fayette Savings, First Bank, the Flower Box, your Christmas store.
Salado has it 1st down and 10. Fourth quarter's here. Schulenburg 34-0 over Salado. Johnson to throw it out on Derek Jackson. Leap forward, incomplete. Nice coverage.
Good play by the offensive player to not let Jackson intercept that ball. That speed is dangerous out there. When he looks like he was beaten, he turned it on and was right with him. Excellent coverage.
2nd down and 10.
You know, the good thing about that, Kevin, he's played 2 years on the JV now. He's got a lot of experience where he might not have been playing on the varsity. He comes in and doesn't miss a beat really right here.
No, he hasn't. I look. Posh to the 20.
Give him 3 on that.
Ginnert is there. Eric Aiding as well.
Third down and 7 for the Salado Eagles. Ball just the nose of the football across the 20. High.
Oh, yeah.
It's sacked.
Paco.
Valenzuela. First sack by the Black Attack. Boy, Paco got through there so quick, I think he read their playbook.
Well, what do you do? It's still 4-down territory to me when you're down 34-0. You can't really punt from here. Where are you going to gain out of it? Maybe the sideline, try for a sideline
I don't know.
kick?
They're going to try a 42-yard field goal.
Ooh. More power to him.
Cody Hall, 42 yards out. Oh, he's got the leg, but it's off to the right. Well, he had the leg, but it's off to the right.
Pretty good leg on that young man.
10:34 left. Salado still with a goose egg. Schulenburg leads it 34-0 as the offense goes back on the prowl.
A few more of our sponsors: Jerry's Phillips 66, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Mychek, Pat Sweet Shop, Schulenburg Tires, Tom and Carla Romine and family, and Gene and Dorothy Holas.
First and 10 Horns. Reynolds is in the backfield now. Reynolds gets the football. He just kind of slipped. You know, the freshman, he's got...
You can tell he's got jitters and he's just
nervous.
anxious. Boy.
He was a little late on after the snap, and then, yeah, he is so anxious.
And still got 2 to 3 yards.
It's fun to watch this young man run. Can you imagine the speed the Horns are going to have coming up in the next few years?
It's going to be beautiful.
As Joseph Moore brings in the play. So Thomas Reynolds is now in the ball game.
I like that idea. The last thing we need is an injury here. We're going to be getting some starters back next week, which should make us pretty much a full team. No need to risk a silly injury.
Todd Anders as well. The delay to Reynolds. And this is going to be fun to watch him
at that
run at
move.
35. Oh, what a nice move by the freshman.
Freshman, it's that.
Reynolds carries it to the 40. It's a gain of 12. He's got 15 yards on 2 carries. And a first down. And what's good, Jeff, is that these upperclassmen, after the run, patting them on the head, on the shoulder pad, saying, hey, guy, you belong here.
Hey, we've given you a hard time all year. You're a freshman. You got to take all the flack that a freshman does. But you're still a Shorthorn. You're part of this team.
And you belong right here. And that's great. First down and 10.
It gets these guys excited to come back.
At the 40-yard line, Schulenburg with the football and a 34-0 lead. This is Todd Anders. Anders, oh, he has stood up and dropped down very quickly.
Number 11, a nice hit.
Yeah, Jesse Finger.
I was expecting a good game out of him. He's one of their better defensive players, and we haven't called his name a lot tonight, but still, I mean, we've just had an excellent performance by our offense. You can't take anything away from their defense. They're doing everything they can, but we're clicking on all cylinders right now.
492-733. If you can make
Second down and 10 for the Horns. Reynolds and Anders in the backfield for Schulenburg. Todd Anders, oh, he is met hard.
Number 79, the
That's
big man.
Soto.
Woo.
Jerry Soto.
Anders again, the ball carrier. They lost the original play. Number 79, Jerry Soto made the tackle.
Third down and 11.
These cheerleaders get you in it, don't they?
Oh, yeah. They're doing the hey. Third down, 11. Starting to roll. Has time. Caught by Jamie Jackson with a first down across midfield to the 47. A gain of 14.
I just took starting over 204 yards.
An outstanding night for the senior. He's got over 2,000 yards passing this year. And over 200 in this ball game.
Almost a 200 average per game, which is, you don't hear that a lot in colleges, Kevin. There's not a lot of college quarterbacks that can put up stats like that.
First down and 10. Horns rolling at 7:55 left in the ball game. Lead 34-0. Reynolds and Anders in the backfield. Todd Anders gets wrapped up and dropped for a loss.
Well, you know that Salado's thinking, hey, Schulenburg, they're going to run the ball. They want to run this clock out and get this game over with. We're going to key on that running game and stop that. And when we have had to pass, we get back and get enough for the first down, luckily, to keep some of these drives alive. Doesn't look too good for their stats to see these minuses coming up near the end of the game here.
I don't think they care about stats. I don't think anyone...
The scoreboard stat will be the only one they're going to be looking at.
I don't think any Schulenburg Shorthorn looks at a stat except that 11-0 and now 12-0. And, you know, that's what their stats are. Second down and 12. Todd Anders slipped. There's a late hit.
No call, though.
Soto pounded him.
You got to let it play. Let it get over with it. I'm sure
he may have slipped.
Yeah. It wasn't a vicious hit.
Third down and 14 for the Horns. Coach David Hoosman, what else can you say? But high school football, one of the best.
At its best.
Man.
His game plan sparkled again.
And that defense, coached by Brad Oden, as defense coordinator, what a job. Third down, 14. Starting to pass. Hit Joe Moore in the hands. He dropped it. Fourth down. First punt of the night coming up for Schulenburg. And Schromick will go out to punt. Schromick, of course, had some, I think, in the ribs last week.
He had some separated, some cartilage. Kevin, they've got 88 total yards so far.
Salado. Man. 6.5 left in the ball game. Schromick will be called upon to punt. Good snap.
No rush.
No rush. Nice punt. Ball is fumbled. And Schulenburg may have the football.
They do.
They do.
Valenzuela. Brian Valenzuela.
It's either Valenzuela or 68, Donovan Kujay. May have been Kujay.
It's hard to tell. 6'3", 6'8".
It's Kujay.
Okay. I saw the 6. It looked like the 3 to me. But when it rains, it pours, Kevin.
Yeah. Horns have it again with 6:21 left. It's either Corn City or Refugio this coming Friday night. This ought to be fun. Derek Jackson, Thomas Reynolds, side by side again. This time at the varsity level.
And we've got Romine at tight end.
And Jamie Jackson at quarterback.
I like this.
And Romine moved a little quick.
Hey, they're all getting into positions they're not used to playing and getting a little, possibly some preparations for next year.
That's all. Illegal procedure.
That's his first offensive snap this year, I believe so. You got to expect some of these things.
Romine, I know they're working him in at the tight end position. And Romine will be back next year. This may be your starting backfield and tight end with, you know, Reynolds and, you can't forget about Todd Anders.
That's right.
Yeah. And find a quarterback, or with Jackson at quarterback, look out. Still a lot of fun coming up this year. Jamie wants to throw. He does complete to Aiding. 20, 15, at the 5, touchdown! Woo! Jamie Jackson. What can't he do? He may even drive the bus home. I don't know, probably not.
How far was that pass? Where were we at? The 20? 31. Okay, 31.
31-yard touchdown pass.
On his
Jackson to Aiding. 31 yards.
It's good to see that boy get some action and get his name in the scoring column also.
It's 40-0 Horns. Barry will try to have the extra point.
Pinpoint accuracy on your second string quarterback.
I'm telling you. Good snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. And it's all good. 6:11 left in the ball game. Schulenburg on the way to the third round. They lead Salado 41-0. 6:11 left. And we see a lot of black helmets out there without the Super S.
A lot of those JV boys getting their chance at glory.
Yeah, they're going to get out there and run down on the kickoff team. Still have Romine is still out there, and Adams, and Mychek, Brian Valenzuela, Barry Shepard. Well, Barry's going to kick it. We're gonna have some fun with these guys getting out there. Ben Herzek is here at our side. 55 is either Henry Gallup or Paul Job.
Kleiber's out there, Ryan Kleiber.
Ryan Kleiber is there.
An outstanding JV player. The whole JV team, you can't take away anything from any of them.
McGarry is out there.
Undefeated season.
And they're going to let them have some fun.
We're offsides on that
Ball is fumbled around, still fumbled around. Hit by the kicker, Barry Shepard.
It's going to come back, though, Kevin. We were just a little bit past the ball. Yeah, he did. He dropped it on the 40.
Okay, dropped on the 40.
I was real close. That's kind of picky. Real close.
It's going to be offsides against the Shorthorns. They'll kick it again.
Maybe they, you never know. Are they going to let him make him do it again?
Well, they'd have it at the 20.
Yeah, they're going to kick it again. Coach is signaling for let's kick it over.
Refugio, 28, Carn City 6.
So, Schulenburg will go back and kick it again. By the time you watch this, you'll know who will play. We were just told Refugio leads Carn City 28-6, fourth quarter.
More than likely Refugio.
And we kind of expected that.
Orange and black against orange and black.
And that, again, that's been a few years. The last few years, these teams have met up here.
That's beginning to be a rivalry almost, Kevin.
It's always fun when you go against those Bobcats. The Horns will kick it again.
Probably, if not the one of the most successful programs over the years that you can think of, in 2A especially.
And, yeah, in that part of the area.
Oh, definitely. I don't remember the last time they weren't in the playoffs.
Another low kick. And it will be returned to the 35. Straight at the middle and then knocked down right there. The tackle's made by Brian Valenzuela. New numbers, new faces. I'll try to get them as we can. Michael Hobbs, Chernishek, Greg Chernishek. Ryan Kleiber is there. Tyson Romine is there. Gallup. 82 is, well, we told you that's Michael Hobbs.
We got two 82s out there, so we got to keep our eyes
Edric
on.
Glass is back in the secondary. Horns almost jumped.
The guy moved out there.
Handed off. Mychek with the tackle.
Their receiver moved and they never called it, right in front of the referee.
5:50 left in the ball game. It's Horns 41, Eagles nothing.
He wants to get out of here too, I guess.
Coach Stewart and Coach Brown have already made it down to the field. And that's quite a shame because we wanted to talk with Coach Stewart.
Always a pleasure.
It's always fun talking with he and Coach Brown. They were right next door to us this week, separated by a wall, but we still had a piece of glass between us. Quick pitch, left side. Boy, this man can run. Knocked out of bounds.
Pretty good speed there.
Yeah, that's the guy that ran the reverse earlier, number 43, Cody Hall. Adams with a tackle. Ball at the 45. Third and a short one for Salado.
Brad Mathis getting a chance to get his show his wares now.
Third down coming. First man through, wrapped up. Chernishek, Tyson Romine, Kleiber, and Hobbs.
These two backs, their starting backs carried for over 300 yards last week. 64 total as of now.
Wow. That defense, they scored 40-some points last week.
42-7.
This week, they're getting beat 41-0.
What a turnaround. be honest with you, I never expected this, Kevin.
No. Defense jump, flags will go down. Here's a halfback pass. The man is open and it's caught at the 30. They'll take the result of the play up to the 24-yard line. Gain of 19 and a first down. It is a first down for Salado. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the football game. The clock is now rolling. It's at 4 minutes left.
Hopefully we'll get some good news on Rains, and hopefully that hip pointer isn't bad, and just being a little precautionary and not having to play him.
First down and 10. Big pitch left side. Oh, nice job, Michael Hobbs.
Michael Hobbs, good play.
Michael Hobbs held him up and just wouldn't let go, the sophomore.
And Kevin, looking out there, that's still their starting offense. This is our JV playing with their starting offense.
A lot of the JV members on that.
I mean, how many S's do you see on the helmet? 1, 2?
Not very many.
3, I think, out of the starting 11. And one's coming out, so you're looking at 2 out of the starting 11 now with the S's on their helmet. And
Chad Zimmerman now into the ball game.
that's great to see this.
And flags will go down.
I don't know if they moved or we moved, but if we moved, they wouldn't stop the play, would they?
No.
Shouldn't have stopped.
Reynolds is in. Bradley Mathis will come out.
Yeah, they're pointing to them, so it's against them. What does he want to do? He's got to take it. It's dead ball.
That's Tyson Romine, the captain.
You got to take it.
Well, the Refugio coaches are going down, so they feel confident that they will meet up with the Shorthorns on coming up this week.
And being that we're playing, we have our JV in there, they're not going to see a whole lot of anything that they can use more. That's going to be base plays, probably.
I didn't see anything different much.
Center screen was the only thing.
That's it. And
that's
you know,
not a trick play. That's a normal play in most teams' repertoire.
And you know the Horns, they've got so much more that they haven't even put on the field yet.
That's great. That's great that you have that to lean on.
Second and about 15 for Salado. Quarterback fell down, fumbled the football, and they're going to say he was down. Okay, good call. Very good call by the officials. Well, we got both 55s in there. That's going to be Paul Job and Henry Gallup. McGarry, 65, will trot out.
3rd and long. 22? 23?
A long way. 3rd and 22.
Maybe getting old, my eyes aren't failing yet.
I formation. Quarterback mix up. Brought down.
Was it designed
Reuben Gilliam.
to be a quarterback draw, or did he just miss the handoff? It's kind of hard to say.
I don't know. Ryan Bohatch was also in on that.
Might have a hold, too.
Paul Lehman as well.
Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's dropped in the Shorthorn secondary area. It's going to be a dead ball, personal foul,
Ooh.
Shorthorns.
We have a dead ball, personal foul. It'll be against Schulenburg.
That comes with 1:59 left in the football game. Schulenburg leading 41-0. Get set for the second round of the third round of the playoffs.
For a dead ball, personal foul.
That's an automatic first down. Salado trying to get on the board. Just salvage something. Get on the board. Clock will run.
You know those JV boys wouldn't like nothing more than to say, hey, we stopped them.
We held their number one offense for half of the fourth quarter. And that's what they're doing right now.
Great job already.
Yeah.
Different quarterback in there.
Throw it across the middle of the ball. It's caught. Nice move.
He will score.
And it's a touchdown. Number 85 with the catch. Chris McGregor, 23 yards out. And it was thrown by Sean Easley. Well, Salado gets on the board. With 1:21 left. They will line up for the extra point. High snap. Kick is up and good. Minute 21 left in the ball game. It's Schulenburg 41, Salado 7. Jamie Jackson back deep along with Derek Jackson, Kevin Mark. Minute 21 left. Onside kick. Bounces away. Free ball. Schulenburg had the last shot at it, and they got it back. So the Horns have the football. And it'll be 1:16 left. Jeff, pretty convincing victory. They knew it was, thought it was going to be a very tougher ball game, but that defense just continues to impress.
Well, what can you say about Coach Brado? And he prepares them well. Every week they don't seem to fold any. They just pick up a little more, and you wonder, can we keep getting up week after week? But he keeps saying it's a quiet confidence in between them.
You've got 11 yeses. This is the 12th week. We've answered 11 weeks, including the first week, 12. So Zimmerman is the quarterback, third quarterback in the game for the Horns. Pitches to Runnels. He's dropped for a loss with 1:10 left.
Thomas Reynolds, number 6 on that count, dropped for a loss of the play.
So the Shorthorns continue their perfect season, 12-0, and look forward to a third-round game.
Do not go out onto the track or on the field. Stay behind the fence.
Second down and long for the Horns. Zimmerman will turn and give it to Reynolds again. Gets away from one. Thomas Reynolds up to the 43-yard line. You know, what are the teams that will be playing Schulenburg in the future thinking, you know, with these guys?
Do they? How are they turning out these backs? Where do they come from? Or can we borrow some, maybe?
I think it's the latter. Can we borrow? Jeff, that's probably going to do it. I don't think the Horns will snap it again. So Jeff's going to get out and figure out the stats. We can tell you that our final score, Schulenburg 41 and the Salado Eagles 7. It's off to the third round for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Once again, the final score, Schulenburg Shorthorns 41, the Salado Eagles 7. Jeff, just once again, a total domination by the Schulenburg Shorthorns on both sides of the football. I think your stats will show that.
Exactly. We're starting off with big carrier. Wright, 14 carries, 96 yards and a touchdown. Anders, 8 carries for 9 yards. Runnels, 4 carries, 16 yards. Derek Jackson, 2 carries, 61 yards. Jamie Jackson on the fumble pickup for a touchdown, 1 carry for 30 yards. Sarton, 3 carries for 9 yards and a touchdown. Passing, what do you say, Sarton? 12 of 16, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jackson comes in a mop-up roll, one pass, 1 completion, 31 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Jackson leads again, 6 for 79 yards, no touchdowns. That's a surprising stat when he's the go-to man. But they were keying on him. We knew that. They made some good open field tackles on him to keep him from breaking the real big one. Adams, 1 for 42. Marek, a good night, 2 for 37 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Kevin had a big night again. The 2 wide open where he beat his man. And when your tight end can get that wide open, you know he's doing something right, and Kevin Mark is doing, and he caught the 2 touchdowns.
Raines in limited time had that 1 catch at the beginning of the game on the center screen for 7 yards. Aiding came in, made the 31-yard reception from Jackson for a touchdown. 456 total yards of offense. Not a bad showing in the playoffs.
Not at all. The Horns are averaging close to 400, and this isn't going to hurt it.
No, not at all. Defensively, can't say enough, as we've talked before. Jason Hoach, how they say it for sure, but 19 carries, the workhorse, 54 yards. Jeremy Hosh, twin, 3 carries only for 10 yards. These two fellows carried for over 300 yards last week, combined for 64 only this week. Stellar job by the defensive line.
No doubt about it.
David Berriman, 7 carries for 2 yards. Cody Hall, 3 for 17. Jeremy Peoples, 1 for -5. And Shane Johnson, the quarterback, 5 for -3. 83 yards, 75 yards total rushing. Passing, Shane Johnson, 1 of 6, 19 yards. Sean Easley, 1 of 1, 23 yards and a touchdown. Jason Hosh, 1 for 19 yards. Receiving, Chris McGregor, 1 for 23 for their touchdown. Number 18, who we didn't have listed on our program, assumably a JV boy, they brought up 1 catch for 19. And Tony Mashburn, 1 catch for 19 yards, 136 total yards, Kevin.
Well, the Schulenburg Shorthorns have answered the call for round 12. We'll go to round 13. The 13th week of the season is coming up this week, and the Shorthorns will try to make it to the regional finals and keep the dream alive for a perfect 16-0 season. If your defense keeps playing this well and the offense continues to click, I don't know who in Class 2A is going to stay on the field with Schulenburg, because they have just shown week in and week out they've got their mind set. All 50 or 60 kids, whatever's out there right now, has their mind on one goal, and that's winning the state championship. Another big step tonight.
The biggest thing I see out there, Kevin, is it's a team effort. You see it. There's nobody carrying the load by themselves. There's the line doing their job, the back making the right cut, the quarterback making the right read. It's a team effort, and nobody has outstanding stats. Everybody has this, and everybody gets their part.
As the old saying goes, there is no I in team.
Exactly.
And you're looking at a fine football team with a great coaching staff and a community that supports them 110%. You can't say enough for the Shorthorn faithful. They're that 12th man. It was evident again tonight, and Schulenburg wins it easily, 41-7.
Well, as me and Greg were leaving, we talked to one of my old classmates, Richard Smokey Poe, and he said, 38-16 Horns. I'm telling you right now, before we left Schulenburg, Smokey, you were wrong. We outplayed them. We beat them a little more than that. Maybe we might get you up here one of these days.
Yeah, let him make some of those predictions. Jeff, it's been fun as always. We look forward to coming up this week, week 3 of the playoffs, week 13 of the high school football season, and we'll have it here on Channel 16.
Should be a good one.
No doubt about it. For Jeff Prosky, Greg Uola, our cameraman, and the Schulenburg Shorthorns, who are now 12-0 with a 41-7 victory over Salado, I'm Kevin Fishbeck. So long, everybody.
See you next week.